So I made this tweak and we ended up losing $900,000. And my team was like, Krista, aren't you mad? I'm like, well, I'm not happy about it. $900,000 is a ton of money. What's up, everyone? Are you ready to be fired up? Because I sure am. Okay, so today's topic is going to be about resilience. It's going to be a quick one. Let me give you an example of what I mean by resilience. So today I had scheduled a 3-day virtual event. And mind you, I literally spent the entire weekend going over my slides, perfecting them. This has been, I think, around the 28th time that we've done this virtual event over the past 25 months. We've had a couple of them that ran or I wasn't really there. It was recordings, but I would say probably at least 18 of them I've done in person. So we were redoing the event. And so I spent the entire weekend perfecting my slides, looking at the offer, seeing how I could make things better. And by the way, I'd recommend this. If you're doing anything, especially if you're doing a webinar, an event, any kind of training, you want to redo that. You don't just want to set it and forget it, the one pump jump. You want to make sure that you are doing it, looking at the comments, looking at the questions, looking at things that gone wrong, looking at the ways that you can improve and make things better. The reason why we are doing $1 Million Month is because of that. I was obsessed with making that event the best that it could be. And we never ever ran it, what's the word I'm looking for, where it's like kind of like playing in the background. It's playing, but I'm not actually there. We didn't really run it that way until I had absolutely perfected that event. And even still, when it was perfect, doing multiple $1 Million Months, we still, this weekend and many other times, made the trainings even better. So my point being is that I was going to be doing this 3-day event. So I spent the entire weekend, all day long, literally all day Friday, all day Saturday, all day Sunday, going over the trainings. Literally last night at 8:58 p.m., I was like, oh my gosh, it's 8:58. I need to go to bed now and get ready for the 3-day event. Well, we have these massive storms right now in California, in the Bay Area where I'm at. And it was storming so bad. And I thought to myself, what if the power goes out? And I definitely willed that to happen, because guess what happened? The power went out at 4:30 in the morning. So the power was out for about 3.5 hours. So I couldn't get up and get ready. I wasn't planning on taking a cold shower. It was dark. There was no electricity, which means I couldn't have my 3-day event. So I made the executive decision to play the recordings from last month, because we didn't want to risk. We had over 888 people signed up. We had 704 people that actually went into Avio and registered for the event. And we had 555 people today live on that event. The other people that registered can watch it at their own time because they paid for a VIP upgrade, which includes the recording. So my point to you is that I could have let this completely ruin my day, ruin my couple days, and tell myself, oh my gosh, I spent all this time doing this event and preparing and making it awesome. And we had to play the recordings. But instead what I did was like, oh my gosh, I have 3 days where I can absolutely go through other trainings. I can make the recordings the event even better. I can re-go through my slides. I actually have 3 days to perfect this even more for next month. That's called bouncing back, right? That's called looking at the glass half full and not half empty. That's called taking a situation that, wasn't the best thing. I really wanted to be there live. We have a huge amount of people there. I really wanted to be there live with these people and make the biggest impact. But the recordings are amazing too. My point is that when something like that happens, you have a choice. You have a choice to get upset by it, to let it ruin your day, ruin your week, ruin your month, to be all doom and gloom, or you can choose to look at the bright side of things. And I do believe that everything happens for a reason. And there is some crazy reason why the power was meant to go out. And we as a team made the executive decision to play the recordings. Ask yourself this question: when something like that happens to you, how do you respond to it, right? Because the psychology of how you deal with things is that it mostly, in large part, how your success will be. In fact, if you look at my background here, I'm not sure if you're listening, but these are all awards. So each one of the gold awards are $1 million funnels. We've created over $11 million funnels. This one right here shows that we have done over $25 million. Oh, it's not working for today. With the funnel, and online sales. These show that we did 10 million. So that right there is 10 million. We just got that one in last week, 10 million. We got these 3 right there 1 week and a half ago. So these are awards. We've done around $43 million in 5 years in sales through our coaching company. And the large part of how we've been able to do that is not because we're expert funnel builders or we're awesome at doing 3-day events or we're great at, building funnels and doing challenges and all these things, it's because of the mindset of not only myself, but what I instill in my company. We believe in being positive. We believe in people before things. We believe in learning, implementing, master, and then repeating and doing things over and over again. But we believe in having a positive outlook, a positive mindset. I remember it's probably been about a year now, but we had this event and we were on track to do about $2.5 million, because we know from our metrics and how many people we have coming to an event, we can tell how much we're going to make, right? So I went to this training and I had gotten some advice from a mentor, and he had said to just do this one little tweak. So we did this one tweak, and every single event we always try to do one tweak because we want to see how we can move the needle a little bit more, right? And sometimes moving the needle is actually backwards, like this occasion. So I made this tweak and we ended up losing $900,000 at that event. And I was like, oh man, that sucks. We lost $900,000. And I was like, well, now we know what not to do. And my team was like, Krista, aren't you mad? And I'm like, well, I'm not happy about it, but here's the cool thing. We know what not to do next time. We know not to do that thing again because it cost us a significant amount of money. So I utilized it and looked at that as a learning experience and not as doom and gloom. And my company was like, oh my gosh, like, it's crazy that you're not even mad. I'm like, no, it's learning. Now, we're upset, right? $900,000 is a ton of money. We could have done so much with that for the company, for other people, but it's the way that you deal with situations in life, in every aspect of your life, from your marriage to relationships to business to how you deal with your family and friends, your children. It's everything, right? It's all psychology. And if you can get your psychology down, if you can get your head right, then everything is going to turn out just fine. With that being said, oh my gosh, my new book, Stop, Snap, and Switch, is coming out. We actually are having, it's next week is when we are going to be having a challenge. We're going to be doing a pre-launch. You can actually pre-order the book. I'm going to put it in the chat as far as when, where you can order it. If you go to KristaMashore.com/SSS pre-order, that's KristaMashore.com/SSS pre-order, you can get your copy right now. So go and get that. I will tell you what, I have written multiple best-selling books, but this one right here, Stop, Snap, and Switch, How to Unleash Your Limitless Life. So this is amazing. Train your brain to unleash your limitless life. It's on pre-order right now. And I will tell you that out of all the books I've written, this is my passion project. This is what I feel is going to help the most amount of people. It's a really easy and fun book to read. So go right now. It's only $2.99 or $1.99 to pre-order it, and you're going to get access to special trainings. You're going to get access to our free challenge when you pre-order that book. So go do it right now. Do me a favor in the chat. Tell me, like, what was a crazy thing that happened to you and how did you turn it around to make it a positive and not a negative? So everyone, I hope that you are just as fired up as I am. And remember, it's not what you know, but it's what you do with what you know. Knowledge is not power, but implementation is. And I will see you next time. Make it a great day. Thanks so much for watching my video. You can learn more about how to be a successful real estate professional by watching other videos that I have. And be sure to subscribe to my channel. And as always, make it a great home selling and buying day.